Chapter 11. Mirrorism. We must follow where the evidence leads, which is that reality has a moral structure, and that structure is not mechanical, it is relational. This implies that the immaterial exists. So let us reclaim our immaterial existence. How? We need to understand that we are a trinity of body, soul, and spirit. Our soul engages with reality through our emotions, desires, and imagination. It is through our soul that we form our subjective experiences. Through our soul, we feel life. Our spirit engages with reality through our will, conscience, and integrity. It is through our spirit that we discern life. Now, our spirit can discern life independent of truth. But if our spirit has a relationship with truth, then our discernment of life deepens. We will better understand reality. We will better understand ourselves and those around us. If truth is the source of conscience and morality, and we possess conscience and agency, then our spirit can know truth, choose to align with it, and reflect it. This is what Mirrorism proposes, that we are image bearers of truth. The foundation of Mirrorism. Mirrorism recognizes that our relationship with coherent truth is the foundation of reality itself. We were not designed to generate truth, but to have a relationship with it. Through this relationship, we can grow our understanding of who we uniquely are. And because we are unique, each of us reflect truth differently. No two mirrors catch the light of truth in exactly the same way. Your conscience, your experiences, your perspective give your reflection an irreplaceable view of coherent truth. There are 3 immaterial realities that you have, which should never shift with culture or bend to systems. Your identity, which does not come from social programming, but from your relationship with truth. Your self-awareness deepens in the presence of truth, confirming that you are unique and that your thoughts have worth. Your conscience, which is how you orient your mirror toward truth. It is your built-in compass that keeps you aligned with what is real and good. This is exactly why authoritarian systems must confuse or silence it. If a person listens to their conscience, then they cannot be controlled. Your relationship with truth, which is what gives you meaning and purpose. This relationship is not distant or theoretical. It is the ongoing conversation between your spirit and coherent truth. These 3 immaterial realities must be guarded against manipulation. The challenge. Our spirit, the mirror, cannot fix itself because a distorted lens cannot see clearly enough to do so. Recognizing this inability is the humble act of turning the mirror back to the source of light, which is truth. Now, with truth's clarity, our identity, peace, and purpose can return into focus. There are moments when it becomes nearly impossible to turn our mirror because it means facing the hard and difficult truths of life. It can be truly heroic at times to turn our mirror. So the challenge is the ongoing act of keeping our spirit aligned with truth. We should not turn our mirror away, but keep it facing the light. Because when the relationship we have with truth is severed, then our soul curves inward and becomes distorted. Then love becomes possession, freedom becomes rebellion, and confidence becomes pride. Grief, love, conviction, doubt, and fear are all signals that urge us to check our compass and remain aligned with truth. The need for restoration is a necessary process for us. It is honestly acknowledging that we need clarity. What Mirrorism requests from you? You must be honest with yourself about reality, which takes courage and vulnerability, and you must be willing to break free from systems that try to control you, which will take determination. Mirrorism requests that you acknowledge that you failed, whatever that failure is, whether it was acted out of fear or pride, whether it be towards yourself or another person. The point is, every time you recognize your failure, you must own it, admit it, and face the truth. It may feel like you're admitting defeat, but that is not what you're doing. You are tightening your alignment through your conscience back to coherent truth. And in doing so, you will be choosing to deepen your relationship with truth. This will result in more understanding of yourself and your purpose in life. Having a relationship with truth will not change you into a new person, but it will change you into becoming the fullest version of who you uniquely are. The illusion dispelled. We began by watching The Magicians. We realized how rhetorical tricks, redefinitions, and appeals to authority are used to persuade us to remain inside a closed map. We pulled back the curtain on their grand illusion and saw that its foundational premise, only the material exists, is an unprovable assumption. The cost of this illusion is nothing less than the erasure of the human spirit. Materialism denies everything that makes you a unique individual. It reduces you to biological matter, which makes you disposable and codable by those in power. Reality revealed. Mirrorism is not a system to be enforced, but a reality to be recognized. We followed the evidence. Matter, conscience, morality, all led us to a single, self-evident source, coherent truth. Unlike arbitrary, man-made systems, coherent truth requires no protection because it simply is. It precedes matter, sustains all existence, and is intrinsically good. Mirrorism affirms that you are not an accident, but an image bearer. You possess a spirit, an immaterial receiver, which makes you capable of having a relationship with truth. Your identity emerges from that relationship. Mirrorism restores everything materialism attempts to erase: meaning, inherent dignity, and genuine choice. It corrects the category error that materialism makes. You are not disposable biology. You are valued, and your reflection is irreplaceable. Matter decays. Truth does not. And if your spirit is capable of being in communion with truth now, then why would that communion cease? Materialism promises you dirt and decay, but mirrorism offers that your relationship with truth is secure and never-ending. The choice. Materialism wants you to live inside an incoherent reality of contradictions. They want you to agree that your lived experiences and your love are nothing but biological chemicals and impulses. This requires you to deny the deepest parts of yourself. Mirrorism wants you to be honest about the reality that you experience. It wants you to be courageous and face your failures and to turn toward truth. This requires you to understand the deepest parts of yourself. So the question is, why remain living within a map that reduces you to biology? Why submit to the idea that your worth is negotiable, your choices are chemistry, and your dignity depends on your usefulness? Yes, they have built entire systems to keep you from escaping their map, and they will call you delusional for daring to trust your conscience. But it is not delusional to believe that you have dignity, genuine choice, and freedom, because the ought is real, and truth is real, and you are uniquely capable of reflecting it. So be brave. If you choose to turn your mirror, your spirit, toward truth, then you will be discovering the fullest version of who you are always meant to be. That's it. Here's my references. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Appreciate it.